said she wanna swing with the Bushman. Cause she know we do our thing in the bush and got her looking so clean with the rough stance. Yeah, quick to change the scene with the Cushland. You can join the whole team cause the bush wins. Yeah, I'm quick to change the scene to Cushland. Yeah, I'm quick to change the scene to Ebola. Let me have about mine, the bush, understand. If I said you will be the one I will meet with that beautiful smile and that sexy physique, wearing those same colors, running, trying to get away from lame brothers, but you can't change what they not meet me. I'm your Nubian lover with plans to make you a Nubian mother. That's long term, the short term don't take it too far. We got the juice bar, building on vegetables, so holistic, my holistic missus. Got me indulged with your gifts and fitness. The L natural, yeah, that's on my style. We can grow our towels through ingredients. Only the baddest queens who they ever see me with. Big Mama tuned in at 6 minute lips with no lipstick. That's a natural kiss. These are actual black fists faced up together as one unit.
Alafia family, Ekabo, welcome on into the House of Konfirmations. I do pray, family. You should already know how to come into this house, family. We unplug, we disconnect ourselves from the matrix way of thinking, and that whole ideology you were thrown into. Also, family, we take a deep breath in, inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing all of the poison and pressure that was picked up while you was plugged into the matrix. Ashe, I do pray. I am your Baba, OYEYEMI, initiated ancestral priest over 23 years now.
Ashe, congratulations.
Ashe, I do pray.
I am OMITOLA, AJIBOLA. I am a prophetess, messenger, and healer, and we are the House of Konfirmations. Ekabo means welcome. Come on in, family. You all know what time it is, okay? It is time for those messages, okay? Those live group readings, those live personal mini readings for those who want to get your own quick read. All right, we had $25 quick reads. We only have 10 slots available, okay, family? And y'all know it. Tonight, we will be diving deep, spiritually breaking down Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and what does that mean to our community?
Ashe, Alafia family tuning on in. We got Miss Tucker J in here. Ashe, Alafia Taylor's artist formerly known as Prince. Ashe, I do pray for your formal introduction to when you see your elders. Share Alafia need for those godchildren in the house. That is how you greet the elders. Ashe, I do pray. Ashe, yes, family, we about to get into it. I know you all been waiting. It's been quite a while, family. We didn't want to dive so deep into that whole slapping situation. Y'all already know Baba was ready to crack some jokes on it. But after detailed, studying this whole thing, we decided to go ahead and speak on it. I'm going to go ahead and say from both aspects, and then from the aspect that most of us are not seeing.
Yes. We're going to be covering all point of views, family. We've sat and seen enough people speak about this. Okay, family, everybody and their mama has gave an opinion on Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. We done heard he was a protector. He stood up for his woman. We done heard he couldn't take no more. We've heard Jada Smith made him do it. She gave him a certain look. We've also heard it was staged. It was to distract us. So, family, y'all already know how HOK do. We're coming through to cut through all the chaos, all the opinions, all the emotions and feelings. And it's time to break this down. And let's hear what ancestors have to say on behalf of this, because everybody want to speak about how they feel and how the news feel and how TMZ feel and how a Shade Room feel and all these people feel, TikTok feel. What does the ancestors have to say about that act that was displayed publicly on national TV for us to watch over and over again?
I say. Now, family, you already know. Alafia Danielle. Alafia, how's the family out there doing? Alafia G. McKinney, how are you doing? I say, how is the family doing? Alafia, Miss Ville Marcia. Ashe,
Alafia, Miss
Adupe.
Marcia.
How are you doing? How's the family doing? Ashe, Adupe family. Continue to like, love, share, tag family on in, letting everyone know the House of Confirmations. We are live. We are having a discussion. And tonight I would like to go ahead and call it a little debate. Love mini debate family for whatever side you want to go ahead and choose. If you side Will or you side Rock. Let's go ahead and find out what you're standing on because definitely we are going to hear what Spirit has to say about it. But let's go ahead and get our feelings and emotions. Let's go ahead and have a good time about this. But before we do that, mothers, y'all already know when coming into this house, make sure that you got your head wraps on looking just as beautiful as your OMITOLA, AJIBOLA. I say for my kings, my warriors, fathers out there, make sure that you got your crowns uncovered. Make sure you got your crown to the side, giving honor to the Most High, our Father, and to our foremothers and our forefathers. Ashe, I do pray.
I say, as you all are getting ready, family, we know that you are going to let us know when y'all are ready to get into prayer so we could get into opening prayer and start these open discussions. Family, remember, we only have 10 slots available for tonight's live quick read. If you want to get you a quick reading, okay. Do know that quick reads are available in the inbox as well.
Ashe.
This coffee is
Alafia, Miss Agnes. Y'all, that's one of my favorite teachers right there. We missed you just as well. We pray that you also make it into class. We've been having classes, and shout out to everyone who has been making the biblical class that we just held this Tuesday. Family, beautiful energy, beautiful session. Cannot wait for the doing it again on Thursday for those who were not able to attend Tuesday's class. I shall do pray. Family, Spirit is ready to come down. I hope y'all getting y'all head wraps on because Spirit is already talking. As I'm trying to get words out, they already want to get their messages out. Alafia, Miss Brittany Janillian. How are you doing? How's the family?
Yes, definitely need to speak with you tomorrow with an update on your work. We are so excited. Ashe. Yes, family, do know that classes will be held every Tuesday and Thursday in the House of Confirmation. Okay, do know that they are the same class. So if you cannot make Tuesday's class, you can come to Thursdays. If you're not available on Thursdays, you can come to Tuesdays. You do not have to make both classes. Classes are $21 minimum donation. We will be covering various topics, okay, throughout the year. We will be hosting classes as long as we are available. Family, you can book your own 101 classes for $25. They used to be $33. They are now $25 because, family, we're not making any excuses to learn. If we can shop, we can invest in learning. So, family, we will be speaking on candle work. We'll be speaking on dream work. We'll be speaking on rituals, intro to healing, intro to spirituality, intro to biblical studies as we've started classes off with. So, family, if you missed that class and you have natural born gifts and you are inclined to the spiritual journey naturally, you are needing to be in that biblical studies class. If you want to get out of always having to pay somebody else to do work for you, you want to get into that biblical studies class, okay?
Definitely. Ashe Alafia, Sherry Schnell. Ashe do pray. How are you and those lovely daughters over there doing? Ashe Frank Burton, almost Sean Goes. Y'all showing strong in the house tonight. Ashe I do pray. How are you? How's the family doing? Ashe, I do pray. Yes, family, for those with their natural gifts, you are going to want to attend these classes. Ashe, I do pray. For those who have attended the classes, you can go ahead and let family know who is viewing live how those classes were. Ashe, about to go ahead and get into these prayers because family, I hope y'all ready for these messages. Ashe, I do pray. Omi tutu, ona tutu, ile tutu, Egungun tutu adisha. All of the mind, or Juba, but wait for the rest and better say, all of the men, Juba, ibaratrum, mujiba me egun, ibaratrum, mujiba babala so ibaratrum, mujiba egun ye ibaratrum, mujiba uyara sim se be egun go be ba ye, mujiba gonga, mujiba ulu tegen, mujiba gwan, mujiba gona, mujiba ajibola, mujiba akimomi. Tika mashe ocho ede olu, tika mashe people like mabo, tika mashe oba tukume, tika mashe olu tine ulu, tika mashe oba bi ogola, tika mashe time ge, gungu, iwe la pe iwe ayo ile wo kosi ku kosi for kosi wahala, go to little kosi with taku bulu, go to anything that comes with our destiny. I do for me man name different to tell you
I say. I do pray. Lafayette Frank, just now getting back in my body. I can't see. Y'all was just gonna let spirit have Omi's body. Some of y'all can't tell. Thank you, Baba, for grounding. They gave my eyesight back. Alafia Frank, Alafia Sherry Chanel, Alafia Danielle. Ooh, when Baba said spirit is ready to speak,
that's
look,
what I
really.
said. Family wasn't too ready. I understand. That's why I said, oh no, we're feeling it. I know I'm feeling it. I know you're feeling it over here. We're going to need spirit to come down and just take over because we can't speak at the same time, spirit. Excuse me, y'all. Let me just have a quick conversation with spirit because we're always fussing at y'all as an Egungun priest. I do have that gift, that power to do a little fussing with spirit. Now, you know, until y'all get called down, you gotta at least allow the host of the show of confirmations to go ahead and speak what we gotta speak because y'all get hours. Can y'all just allow it? It's like they just be so anxious to get these messages out because they really want family to be up on game. As family has been so emotionally involved with everything, spirit really wants you all to be intact with everything that the enemy is doing because spirit is not emotional. Spirit don't see things emotional. In fact, spirit see things behind closed doors. Spirit see things in the planning, in the making. So we have to go to those spirits to find out what's been going on.
Absolutely, family. Definitely. While y'all are getting ready for these messages, Miss Danielle said her hair is wrapped and she washed her hair. Okay.
I said,
family, make sure that you're sending energy like love. Family, do know that you all can send donations collectively on behalf of the group collective reading. Okay. Also, family, we have an hour and 26 minutes for free shipping on the Batala baths. Okay. An hour and 25 minutes. An hour and 25 minutes on free shipping on behalf of a Batala baths. Family, if y'all have not checked the reviews for Batala Babs, go ahead. They have work wonders for children with certain issues, behavior problems, mental issues. We've watched them work on adults, okay? Those dealing with depression, anxiety, insomnia, okay? Those who have trouble sleeping at night, those who have certain nervous, those who are dealing with certain mental issues, PTSD, certain triggers. This bath really helps and aids.
I say. And yes, family, one of the main things that we overlook is the mental illness. That is one of the main things our people overlook is mental illness. You may have gotten comfortable with your mental illness, but nonetheless, it is still a mental illness. And Obatala Omira helps a lot with that family. Okay, it cools off the mind, the aura, your brain. Remember, a lot of you are probably up at night thinking a lot. A lot of you are probably drifting off during the day, can't really focus on what you're supposed to be doing because you have so many things racing through your mind. That can become a mental illness. That can become you slowing up on your destiny, what you're needing to be doing. That is a mental illness, family. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. We just got to call it for what it is. We all deal with a mental illness from time to time.
If you are dealing with addictions, do know that that is a mental illness about to lie aids with that. And addiction does not just mean drugs and alcohol. Anything that your body has physically and mentally and emotionally became dependent on has now became an addiction. Even if it's to gossiping for some of y'all that can't keep your mouth closed, all right? Definitely about to lie aids with that. For those who may be struggling with hoarding, clutter, have a hard time organizing, having a hard time keeping neat, okay, having a hard time keeping clean. About to like bath aids with that. Do know that this has been the number one bath out of this house. For anybody who believe they is just so rudy and jujuy and really about that life, make sure you have a Batala in your life first. Please make sure you have that energy of peace, wisdom, knowledge, expansion, creativity, okay, understanding, discernment. intuition, precision, strategicness. My God, purity. What can we do without those things? What will be able to get done efficiently and sufficiently without those energies? So definitely, family, make sure that you are regularly checking your aura, or regularly giving yourself a Batala bath. I know I've been on a Batala bath for 3 years straight. I ain't complaining.
I say. And family, as you all have an hour and 22 minutes until that sale is over, that is a half off sale for Obatala Baths.
Free shipping.
Free shipping, excuse me. We have so many sales going on right now. Free shipping off of Obatala Baths. Family, I'm also going to give the cutoff time for those who would like to book their readings during this live broadcast. You can go ahead and get that cutoff time. The same time the cutoff time is for the free shipping for the bath, family. So that is 1 hour and 1 minutes, 21 minutes into the cutoff time, family. We have 10 slots available, $25 for your mini reads. Family, we will be discussing the Will and Chris Rock situation. Also, family, $21 minimum donation for group reads. And also, family, be aware of the classes that we will be having on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ashe.
Ashe. Yeah, let's talk about it, family. And
I'm ready.
Do know that this is an interactive class, okay? So no, we're not meanings and gonna threaten to cut the chat if y'all don't speak. But family, y'all been rocking with us for 3 years now, plus some of you all. So we know that we're gonna keep this chat, the comment thread, interactive. Mothers of the church, we ask that y'all usher in and welcome in all the newies. Y'all know we're down with spirit. Anyone asking any questions or booking, please help us out and help family out. Deacon Board, Frank, we see you.
We see you.
General.
Ashe.
Baba AJIBOLA.
Ashe. Alafia can't.
Alafia Cat, we're praying that you're feeling so much better with your recovery.
Ashe.
Y'all ready? Y'all know I'm ready to get into this. Y'all know Omi and her mouth.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick in my human form for right now, because y'all know as a Gemini, I'm gonna be on a whole nother side. Just so y'all, if y'all didn't know, Baba's a Gemini. Okay, so I play both sides from time to time. Okay, they would call it the devil's advocate,
and I love it.
Okay, so I am going to play Team Will. I'm going to go Team Will.
I'm gonna be Team Chris Rock.
All right, Team Rock. I see you over there.
Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody hates.
Chris. I got haters.
All right, everyone hates Chris. So yeah, and at the end of this, family, we all gonna remain friends. Yes. We all gonna remain cool. We all just gonna speak our piece. You know, gonna have our debate, and then after we get our feelings out, how we feel it, then we're gonna find out what spirit has to say about it.
So everybody's opinions feel like they've been heard. Family, please let us know your opinions. If you are viewing, whether it's live or you're watching a replay, how do you feel about Will Smith slapping another melanated man, grown man, on TV at the Oscars in the face? It's Rocker that has his own resume. Okay. So please let us know how you are feeling out there, because we see you sharing the memes and sharing everybody else's opinions. We would like to know how y'all feel in the House of Konfirmations.
What do y'all think about it? I'm gonna go ahead and speak my piece on this, okay? And I'm sure y'all gonna have a lot of things to say, and that's what I want. I want y'all to come at Baba. Come at Baba with y'all opinions, y'all feelings, y'all emotions. Come at me, because I personally feel like Will has taken one too many straws. I personally feel that, yes, he stood up for his wife for two reasons. Because that's what men are supposed to do, and because he was given the look by his wife. Now, I don't know about many of you all married men out there. I don't know about you all married men out there who's viewing right now. Not the single brothers, not the bachelor brothers out there doing their thing, but when your wife gives you a look, you tend to move off of that impulse. There's a communication between husband and wife. So first off, he was given that look. I believe if you all did just research and studies of everything that's floating around, you can tell that there was Alafia, Miss Angela.
Miss Angela. Been a while since we seen you, darling.
All right, we got family's opinions. All right, family, we're gonna scroll back and read on you all's opinions. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off my chest, though. I'm gonna get this off my chest, Leo. My family, we've been waiting to get on live to talk about this. Definitely, I feel as if Will had got the look from his wife, and he had to move on a certain act. And I also feel as if Chris Rock should not have spoken, even if everyone else did. I feel because Chris has such a bully experience growing up, he should not have been falling into being a bully himself. So because he fell into being a bully himself, I believe like we teach all children when you're dealing with the bully, stand up to them. So I feel as if Will did show that for the children who may have watched the Oscars. I don't know. I didn't watch the Oscars. I didn't find out the Oscars was on until I found out about the meme. I do pray God children who was sending us that in the inbox. But definitely what he did was stand up to a bully, like we teach our children to do, not an internet bully, but someone who's in front of you. And how do you protect a woman, a wife? Yes, he has shown that part. I got more to say, but I'm gonna let everyone else go.
Yes, family, please let us know how you feel about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. I know I am Team Chris Rock. I'm going to be speaking on behalf of Chris Rock's defense. Family, we are just sharing personal opinions that has been gathered from the internet, the community, everyone. And then we will be diving deep into what Spirit has to say about this situation. So make sure that y'all are tuning in. Make sure that y'all are sending love and interacting, as this is an interactive live. On behalf of Chris Rock's defense, I believe that was still a place of an event. Okay, I don't think it was at a chilled, it wasn't a downplayed, vibe to where everybody was chilling and making fun of each other and maybe feelings could get hurt. I believe this was a professional event, and both are professionals. As Will Smith is a professional, Chris Rock is a professional, as well as Jada Pinkett is a professional. And they may have common professions or different professions. Chris Rock has a common profession as an actor, along with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, but his main profession is a comedian. Okay, most of his roles of acting are comedic roles, as well as far as Will Smith, who has played various roles. Okay, so not only does he have a background in comedy, he also is well versed as an actor. Jada, she's your hood. She's your round the way girl in the movie. She's your girl next door in movies. So when it comes to comedians, I believe that profession should be respected. And I believe comedians have had to go through a lot to have their profession respected. Okay, yes, it may be hurt feelings sometimes. It may come off as bullying, but that is an arena. Not everyone can stand in that arena. And Chris Rock has done well as making that arena a profession. Okay, and has built a strong resume that if he makes a joke, we know he is not making that joke for clout. He's not making that joke to try to prove himself. He's not making that joke to put someone down beneath him in order to make himself look funny. He is doing what they pay that man to do, what they sign contracts for him to do, what they call him out for, what they needed him on that stage for. Even though it was a award show, they chose a comedian to host. With that being said, we as people has to start respecting people's professions. Okay, because there has been a lot of comedians that has said a lot worse. There has been a lot of people that has said a lot worse. Will Smith has allowed his wife to sit up on TV for money to speak worse about her own business and her own self. But I guess because it was coming out the horse mouth, it made it more acceptable than the man acting within his profession and what he was called to work to do that day, got paid to do that evening.
I hear you. I hear you, Omi. Let's see what family out there have to say. Taylor, you feel as if it was a humiliation ritual.
Miss Danielle says she feel like it was wrong for on TV, but it has been in the making for quite some time, in her opinion.
Okay then now. All right now. Danielle said because she is a married woman, she said her husband would definitely jump for her. All right, Ashe. Now Sherry, being Team Will, actually feel as if he should have slapped Chris Rock harder.
Oh, that wasn't hard enough. Interesting.
Interesting.
Miss Daniel says she think he would have made an August joke. It would have been different. I think it would have been worse if he would have made an August joke. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, as I've spoken my personal opinion with Will and the act that he did, I also want to go ahead and speak on, did anyone realize that there was no security? Did anyone realize that it was almost as if it was intended for it to happen? Family, this is the Oscars. This is the Super Bowl of the award show. This is what everyone works for, getting an Oscar. Family, I don't know when the last time y'all saw a group of black people on the Oscars. It's been quite a while. Alafia family on Facebook, Antoinette
on YouTube,
on YouTube, Ashe. Now we watched this little skit over and over again, and of course we still got our personal feelings, but I just want to throw this out. Did anyone notice that there were no security that jumped up when that act had happened? Did anyone notice that many had came up and made jokes about what's her name, Jada? Many had came up, but it was only that interaction. It was only with these two, I would say, legends in their fields.
Yes.
When it comes to our people, I see that was able to happen. I just want to throw that out there. Now, anyone else want to say anything about that? Anybody else?
Yes, we would like everyone to actually speak. Actually, if you're tuning in, for those who are new, this is an interactive live.
I say a lot.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say Alafia family is tuning in.
Alafia. Miss Antoinette said it was a distraction. It felt staged to her. Miss Bernie said it was fake and she has no hair condition. It's all a part of the act. Interesting. Thank you for that fact. Bernie said yes, and it zoomed in on them during the accident only. Yes, I would like to piggyback on that. As you were speaking on, there was no security. When has there been any social event where people of status, worth millions, were able to physically be assaulted and nothing to be done about it? Okay, as Taylor mentioned earlier, a humiliation ritual, family do know that those are real. Now, we're not saying that everybody is a conspiracy theorist and everything is a conspiracy, but we've all been around this sun enough times to know that when things like this happen, there's a distraction. First, we had the Ukraine-Russian war, and then we had the boy falling off the ride, the bottle to him. Rest his soul and we still gotta dive deep into that family. Because they don't get away with nothing. Okay, then after that had some shootings. I don't know if y'all seen the shooting of the CTA worker at the subway, shooting the Mexican man point blank. They had that on camera. And then they had the shooting of the two children about this room where the girl shot her cousin in the head and herself in the head. Right after that video circulating itself on social media, then we had Will Smith smacking Chris Rock on Live Family. At the Oscars. At the Oscars. I've never seen Will Smith jump cute at the BET Awards, at the Source Awards,
Soul Train.
Soul Train. I've seen some clips of him being embarrassed, humiliated, really, some low blows. And then Bel Air is out and doing really good. So this is just a lot of factors, a lot of seasonings in this potluck family.
I say. All right, Brandy. She says, Alafia, it was fake and she has no hair condition. It was all part of the act. I say you read that already. Frank. Frank, the Oscars is intended for great actors acting. This time, there was public acting performed in front of unexpected viewers. Interesting.
Great point, Omostrago.
Interesting. Because honestly, we all seen many slaps. That was the most fakest. Wasn't sure if it was a slap or punch. What? We hear slaps.
It was too anticipated.
Have anyone ever heard someone get slapped? You heard someone get slapped. You could be down the hall and you heard someone get slapped. Did anyone hear the slap?
Or the echo of the slap.
Did anyone see Chris Rock kind of holding out his face ready for a slap? As if this was rehearsed? Interesting. Brandy says, interesting. Right when we were in the middle of boycotting the Oscars and no one had been watching the Oscars, then this happens. Now they have the most viewers in years, the most views in years. We gained millions of views. Chris act sold out. Nothing is real. Humiliation ritual, I believe. I say. Well, yeah, since we got a few humiliation rituals, let's go ahead and talk about it, as you were talking about the shootings. Around this time, family, they like to humiliate our people with police shootings, dragging us on the ground, making us see our people hanging, sacrificing our people character. There's a lot of things that happens around this time that diminishes our people. We become, just like Frank says, an act, but not so much of an act for us, but an act for them. Like we stated already, this is the Oscars. Family, the last time you all seen this many people was with Sidney Poitier. And for those who do not know who Sidney Poitier is or what he played on, he was Fiddler off of Roots. This is how long Negros has been at the Oscars. Now, the Oscars is something that we have, as a people, never been really worried about, nor have we ever watched, sat around to watch to see or any of that stuff. And we've been great actors. I mean, look at Denzel. Look at Halle Berry. And a number of our melanated people out there who are great actors. We're really not Morgan Freeman. Come on, he played God.
That should have been an Oscar.
And no one questioned it. Just expected. That looks correct on him. I couldn't see no one else playing God. So we as a melanated people, we already know we're great actors. We're great at any and everything they do. Let them have what they do. So when we do get called to their little arena, guess what it's going to be? A humiliation. They already found out what happened when they let us into their arena. Look at Jackie Robinson's story. Humiliated them, shattered every one of their records. In the first season he was playing. So they know very much how we can look at the boxing. We went and humiliated their boys. Look at basketball. We humiliated them when it came to our raw natural talent that they could not script for us. We humiliated them. My goodness. So when they have an opportunity to humiliate us and show the world, they will. They will. Because that's the only way they can. For those who will be attending the Bible studies, you will see how Esau can only get his blessings a certain way. How Jacob is naturally given these gifts, these blessings. So yes, these people are going to force a humiliation upon our people because we're just dominating them any and everywhere we go. So they're gonna put on an act of two great actors. I mean, my goodness, I'm not that huge of a fan of Chris Rock, but I will give him his respects. I will say, no, he did it. He went from sucking and smoking crack on movies to look at him now. I don't see him playing angels. I don't see him playing so many movies. Then he was just played in Saw. He played a serious movie. So I will give him his credit as a great actor. Not gonna take that away from him. He is a legend. Not to mention, he is from New York. Then we have Will. My goodness, I think we all grew up watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For those who used to listen to him rap, for those who love every Will Smith movie out there, who don't have a tearjerker, great legends. Yes, I mean, Will and Jada was one of the icon couples for our people, right? I mean, I believe they took the Cosby shows from us, the Huxtable. They took that from us when they threw Bill in jail. So yeah, a lot of people was looking at Will and Jada as a nice black power couple. Of course, Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they got some things going on, I'm sure. But when we saw these two, yes, it was something great. And what did they do? They humiliated it. They made our people look like monkeys. They enjoyed it. Did they have some security come out? Once again, no, they did not, family. They knew exactly what was going to happen. There was a fight at the Oscars and no security came out. A slap is a fight.
Black people doing anything around white folks. Police.
Anything angry looking. Oh my goodness, security's
Police.
come out.
Any loud anything.
Let us have Skittles in Arizona
Dead.
getting shot. But the Oscars can happen where prestigious white folks are there and watching. And this wasn't cut. This wasn't edited. They are so quick when it comes to the Super Bowl to make sure you don't see a streaker running across the field. And
Or a titty.
I show you many times how, oh man, look, they don't tackle the streaker, but you didn't see, you just see people tackling people because they're in control of the cameras. They strategically had that to be shown. Strategically had the audio to be blown up so that you can hear exactly what he said. They did all of these things, family, to get a reaction out of us, to get us distracted. Oh my goodness, can we throw in distraction as well? Can we go ahead and speak about anything else that's been going on? We have no idea what's been going on because we've been so consumed with this distraction that they're done laughing about.
Absolutely. Thank you for that breakdown, that very heavy breakdown, family. As we have expressed opinions, read family opinions, now we are getting into the distraction. It's time for a history lesson. Because for those who are saying it's a distraction, well, a distraction from what? We can't just be open-ended. We can't just have open files, open cases. Family, stay tuned. We will be getting into spirit outlook and messages on behalf of this situation happening and what this means to our community. Meanwhile, history lesson. What are we being distracted from? Okay. Because we can't just say distraction, because we feel it. It's intuition. It's gut feeling. We got superpowers. We're naturally gifted. History lesson. Around this time, April. Happy April, family. We just passed what funky ass holiday they got because they try to make sure they have at least 2 or 3 of them a month. They got to make their money. They got their quotas. We just had April Fool's Day. What is the significance of April Fool's Day? Does anyone know? Because Baba and HOK speaks on this often. We just had April Fool's Day. Has anyone ever went on to research and study what was the significance of April Fool's Day? Well, let's get into it. Also, family, 58 minutes until free shipping for OMITOLA bags is over, as well as 58 minutes left to book your own live quick reading. April Fool's Day signifies the first day of the New Year.
April Fool's Day. Y'all was food.
Yes. New Year's in the winter, during the winter solstice. Okay. We know that that holiday was derived from at least four different cultures and beliefs to where they just settled because Macy's made it possible to really make real money off of these four different beliefs from these four different cultures and traditions. Okay, we've already broke that lesson down.
All surrounding
Christmas.
around the winter solstice.
All surrounding around the winter solstice. Okay, that was their ritual. Here we are in the spring. Do know for those of the righteous, okay, those that are of the chosen one, many have different beliefs from your culture background on what a chosen one is and where it's come from. But during this time, we know that this is our new year, and we give our tithes and offerings, we give our sacrifice on behalf of reaping our harvest. Okay, for all those that are so cultural, do know that this is an important time. This is a time to reap. This is a time that seeds will be planted. This is the time of Oko. Do know, as Baba was just speaking, that's why it's very important to make sure that you're in your biblical studies class so you can know what this history lesson is. Baba was just speaking on Esau and Ishmael.
Esau and Jacob.
Excuse me,
Jacob.
Esau and Jacob, Dupre, which is a very important lesson of how Esau had to get it from the sword a specific way, and Jacob was given the blessings. You can see that today. Do know around this time, you could go back, family. You don't have to believe anything we're saying. Do your own research. Don't be lazy, not even mentally. Go look this up for yourself. Make the time to go back every year. There were major deaths, murders, and killings around this time. Okay, and when we say major, we're not just talking about only just drastic and gruesome and sad and heart pulling. We're talking about in the numbers that they have shown. Do we not think that people get murdered every day? Yes, unfortunately. Thank God that we're all still alive talking to each other right now. That's a blessing for those who complain about everyday things. Do know that people go through mishaps all year round. It is around this time that you will see the most of these killings and murders and deaths go on your timeline. Around every spring, family, right around tax time, they are rolling out this footage. They're rolling out this footage. They're rolling out this footage. Have y'all noticed there has been a decrease on scary movies? Have y'all noticed scary movies have not been at the top as action and gangster movies are right now? Okay, there's been a decline on new scary movies. We put a pin there. We will have another live breaking down that. Do know that these footage of these live sacrifices being made are at a concentrated amount around this time of year. A family, you do not have to take our word for it. Along with these deaths and murders are a what they will call these actors. These actors are called crisis actors. And during these times of year, there has been many crises, whether it was the elementary school shooting, the Sandy Hook, the movie theater shootings. That just was a Sacramento shooting a couple of days ago. Who was distracted from that because Will Smith smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars live on national TV? Okay, there was just a shooting, a mass shooting, where they said that I believe there was like 17 casualties. Okay, sure, there was some crisis actors involved in that. But this happens around the same time every year. At this point, not only are we going to have to recognize, we're going to have to get into the why, and we're going to have to get into being properly prepared. Because at this point, they get their shit done. regardless of people believe it or not, regardless of people deem it a conspiracy or not, regardless of people just think all that bullshit is fake or not, they get it done. They're not even caring if people know or don't know. They're making sure that they're getting these rituals done, and they're getting it at public access and having as many souls attached to etheric cord to it as possible. Okay, for those who don't got time to make their ancestors a meal, for those who probably the only time they do feed their ancestors when they get an ancestors reading, these motherfuckers are sacrificing to their little g gods. Yes, they are. To their demons, to their entity, to their mother Lilith. For those who don't understand why the tranny movement has increased, don't understand why the transgender, the androgynous community is coming out stronger, leading the way for the pedophile community to come out and open almost every fucking show now, is motherfucking pushing pedophilia. Excuse my language. This is something that must be brought out because we just talked about distractions. Because that's why. That's why shit getting real in this conversation right now. Because we as a people came to a nucleus decision that we're being distracted for something. So let's talk about it. I have never seen that after they hit us with gay shit for a good 3-4 years, nothing but since Empire hit the motherfucking TV, it was gay this, gay that. Then they had the gay shooting at that club. I ain't never seen Euphoria, Elite, okay, the cartoons. Big Mouth. Thank you, Baba, because I'm not fucking crazy. Okay, you got the new comedian at Miss Pat. What else? It's this new show that we just came across because we was actually trying to relax and have a human moment when we do come back in this realm. The shit our spirit has to record and take back to the ethers as 9 ethereal beings. These shows have been pushing pedophile to the what? Now let's talk about Will Smith while everybody hates Chris. His children are what? His daughter just wrote a letter to who? His children have been going through what? She has been fighting her sexuality for how long? Before she even hit puberty. This female. Because she doesn't want to be called a woman. She doesn't want to be identified as a certain gender. So this female, as we're speaking on this androgynous community that has been making, okay, distractions. The LGBTQRS community marched their ass through fighting for civil rights so the pedophile community could no longer hide under androgynous, under trans. That's a real community, family, because over 90% of the LGBTQRS community were victims of child molestation. Oh, y'all not here? Y'all not at church tonight?
They're here.
So here you have them now paying tribute to their roots. Oh, y'all don't. Oh, let's go deeper. Let's peel another layer off this onion. When Trump was in office, Oscars were being boycotted, and half the motherfuckers that get to sit at the Oscars today were on trial for adrenochrome, was on trial for murdering and molesting and raping children. They couldn't enjoy no fucking Oscars, which made y'all think that there was a boycott. It was staged, baby. That boycott was staged. They was paid to stage that motherfucking boycott, just like they're paid to show up when they're told to come. For those who want to Trump out the office so quick. So now these motherfuckers get to celebrate even being at an Oscars because somehow these motherfuckers are paid bun, got off a house arrest. Don't nobody need to be in house quarantine no more. And now, yes, they need a sacrificial lamb. They need somebody whose character's been pure, been clean. His wife has been acting her ass. His wife has been paying her dues because she want to get back in there. She want to be in some movies. Her talk show didn't do as well as she thought it. Now it was time for Will to pay.
I say, well, he put, and we do not understand the distractions that they keep throwing at us, family. We will continue to be distracted with what they will call entertainment. And they will continue to use you as entertainment while they continue to push their agenda. They'll keep you distracted. Why are they keeping you distracted? Because you're the only one who can make a change. The only one who can make a change. Perhaps a lot more of you all need to be taking Bible class. Remember those who did take the Bible class, the power of Adam and naming the animals. So we as a people, we have a power, as they hate to be humiliated by us, because when we speak, it happens. When we do something, we win. So in order for them to get a heads up, don't they got to distract us with something? While something over here is happening.
That's the sign right there.
So they're distracting you while they're pushing so much agenda. Oh, let's go even further back than Trump.
Please.
Let's go to Obama. When we was all so distracted that we had a black president. Yes, I'll vote for you, Obama. You're the greatest president in the world.
They didn't care he was mixed then. They didn't care that he had white in his blood then.
We'll claim the black side, whatever. You're my daddy. We all loved Obama, but did we understand the agenda that he was pushing? Did we understand that he didn't really do anything for the African American community?
No,
I'm sorry. All of his stuff was pushing all of this LGBTQRSTUV community crap. Yes, I said it, crap. Okay, I respect those who just say, like, I like girls. Okay, I like boys. Don't try to say that you are in a movement and it's just as powerful as our movement of trying to break from our chains and shackles. No, I'm sorry.
Your gender, your sexuality is not a civil rights movement.
You have mommy issues, daddy issues. That's what it is. You was touched and hurt as a child. You didn't grow up like this. Keep it real. But anyway, did we not understand that that was the agenda of our black president, Obama? None of y'all got no stimulus check from him.
Not what?
Y'all didn't get not one stimulus check from him. Y'all was going through the same shit.
I think the economy was some of the worst, wasn't it?
We were still at war. But we're not going to talk politics here now, are we? We're going to talk Will and Chris Rock. Because that's what they want us to talk about. They want us to talk about Will and Chris Rock on every platform, because they already know that when we speak on a platform, the world listens. When our colored people speaks on a platform, the world listens.
It's been verified.
When's the last time anyone started verifying, getting some real information from these white people? I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's not like I'm lying. So we got to understand exactly what type of distraction that they're using. There's so much going on around us, so much killings going on around us. Yes, family, the new year just happened. And as the new year just happened, look at us. We're acting up. We're acting an ass.
Already in April,
family. I'm not too sure if you all remember, but January, February, March all happened in 1 week.
Distractions.
Now, this is going to be an ongoing thing, because comedians are now standing up for Chris Rock and believing in the freedom of speech. I'm sorry, but guess what? No one believes in the freedom of speech, not even you. No one believes in the freedom of speech, because you will not allow someone to come say something disrespectful to your children. Let a grown-up come to your child and start cursing them out. Will you say, well, you have freedom of speech?
No.
No, you won't. There will be a boundary.
Yes.
Alafia family that is tuning in. So I don't want to hear that we all have freedom of speech and we can all say what we want to, because no, you all do not allow freedom of speech. Let your child say something in your house, you'll backhand them.
Ooh, spirits.
So we're not going to fall for that freedom of speech, because if someone come incarnate and speaking some negative on you and your destiny, you're going to tell them to cut that out. It'll be a fight. So no, we do not believe in freedom of speech. I know that sounds great when we want to say what we want to say and get our emotions out, but when it comes down to it, we do not uphold freedom of speech.
That's free will. Free will is different from freedom.
So yes, of course the comedians are going to stand up and say, well, this is what comedians do. We crack jokes. We are allowed to talk about race. We're allowed to talk about gender. Excuse me, we can't talk about the LGBT community, but we can still talk about race though. But as soon as they talk about the LGBT community, they get blackballed, they get fined, they go through all of these things. But as long as they talk about race and killing and sex and child sex and all of
murdering
this
people
and all of this other stuff, oh, they're good to go.
Can't talk about the alphabet community.
Cannot talk about the alphabet soup.
That is blasphemy.
But yet they want to speak about freedom of speech. But they all already understand that, oh, but if you talk about the alphabet cereal over there,
you got a lawsuit coming.
You got your lawsuit, so be careful what you do say. But you can say this, not this. So no, I don't want to hear the comedians stand up and say, oh, well, we should be able to say whatever we want to say. Because in the same sense, let me come to you all children and say what I want to say. We as a community,
no, keep going.
We as a community, we do have to be more responsible. Now, no grown man should slap another grown man in public, first of all. And I don't think that we personally do that. I don't really see us doing that as a community, getting it in like that at the Oscars, unless we're being told to. Oof. And that's one thing I have witnessed the people in the Hollywood community. They're being puppets and having to do certain things that they don't want to do. But if they want to continue reaching those heights, they're going to have to do them. Much like all those comedians who wore dresses.
For the 10 years straight.
Oh, we don't want to talk about the comedians wearing dresses. Why? Because now the LGBTQRSTUV WXYZ community is accepted. So now it's okay that they can wear dresses and speak their minds and say what they want to.
Those are not humiliation rituals no more.
Now it's okay. Now it's not humiliating. Now it's standing up for your right. We as a people, we don't do things like this. We got to look at that. When have this ever happened? When have we ever just went and crashed the Oscars? And we can. When have we ever just broke out a fight at the Source Awards? Or the BET Awards? Since they want to go ahead and compare this to, oh, this ain't no Source Awards. We don't do that even there. I'll wait. Even Kanye snatched the mic. He ain't punched the white girl in her face. It was his emotions, his feelings. We don't do things like this. So we got to start to see when they are using us as puppets. And because these people are in the spotlight, we start to think, oh, this is us. No, it's not, family. No, it's not. We don't do things like this. So yes, we're going to have to start to see what are they trying to blind us with while they're really doing certain things. Alafia, OYEYEMI King. While they're really doing things over here in this war. Do anyone know what's going on with the war? Why we are at war? The gas prices? Because all of y'all were just tripping about gas prices, and then out of nowhere, the most quietest slap happened on stage. No one heard it, but we all seen it. And now that's what everyone's talking about. But we have no idea of anything else that's going on. We can care less. Once again, we have this brain like goldfish or Dory from Finding Nemo, where we forget every 5 minutes. Once again, coronavirus. The murders that keep happening because we will riot for a weekend, and then once that weekend is over, that's it. We don't care for results. We just did it just to get our emotions out. We're doing stuff for no results at this point. We're doing Million Man March stuff. We will march around just to show that we can come collectively and then go back home and do nothing. That's why I've never participated in no Million Man March. And I grew up a Muslim. But we're gonna have to be a people that are looking for results and stop being so ooh and and oh my God, he just got slapped. Girl, let's talk about it. My bro, let's go ahead and go down to the barbershop and talk about this. This is what we're gonna talk about all day. This slap. This is getting ridiculous, family. We are too easily entertained. As soon as we throw something, boom, you understand it. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay, I'll do it again. Boom. Y'all seen how y'all just we are too quickly distracted. Haven't even heard about the other distraction. I don't get distracted. I normally wait to see what everyone else is talking about and see what everyone else is distracted about. But as you just mentioned, T.I. is another distraction. I'm sure that we'll be hearing about that soon. I do play. Too many distractions. And it has to deal with our people. Did anyone recognize that the Queen of England died? Does anyone know what that means? It meant something when she was in the throne, when she was sitting on a chair. It meant something then. We all knew who she was then. Why don't anyone know what it means that she's no longer here? Now we're talking about Will and Jada. Now we're just acting up. And now all of a sudden there's a war. We're not putting things together. We're just so quick with the distractions and the new show that's going to come out. Oh, let's all talk about the new Bel Air show and all these new things. Oh, the wife just got fired. New light-skinned Vivian coming back into the new season, just like in the show. Let's talk about all these distractions, right? Versus the things that's going on that they got going on. You think your enemies is distracted by the shows that we're watching? Do you think the enemies are distracted by the slap? Or is that giving them a little bit of extra time to do what they got to do? They know that they're running out of time. Do you all know what time they're running out of? Why they're rushing? What time is about to be up and what comes next after this time? It's not blank. It's not nothing. It's not just randomness. You all got to prepare yourselves. They're distracting us with too much tomfoolery. And we're getting our emotions all wrapped up in it. And we're having arguments about it. We're feeding into the energy that they are wanting. They know exactly what they're causing. They can come out with all sorts of information. They can come out with all sorts of type of entertainment. They're distinctively putting out entertainment for you. They know what they're doing. They know that you're not stuck watching BET all day. They got to do other things. Just so happen, some color folks might be watching the Oscars. We're going to have to start messing around with the Oscars. I don't even know what channel it came on, because that's not a channel that we watch. We're going to have to start to understand the distractions. As we all got our personal opinions and feelings, did anyone bring up any other thing that's going on? We're so consumed with distractions, with gestures, because we're bored. This goes into us not using our natural gifts. While a lot of you all should be tuning into the biblical class so that you can get back in tune with your gifts so you wouldn't be so bored, so that you wouldn't be so quickly entertained by nonsense gestures. Terrible that we as a people put people like Will and Jada on a platform of a great couple when there's been so many great couples around us, grandma and grandpa, uncle and auntie, mom and dad. But as a community, we saw Will and Jada up there. And so because they put them up there, they can tear them down anytime they want to. And we're going to follow that. It's a show. It's like watching wrestling. I used to be a huge wrestling fan. And I grew up to understand that it was all scripted. And then my love for wrestling, it was still there, but not the same. I understood everything was already scripted. They knew how the titles was gonna turn over. They played everything out already, much like soap operas. So that's how their little entertainment thing goes on out here. They know how everything is going to go. You can continue to be entertained like it's all just randomly happening, or you can start to understand their scriptingness. They know exactly who's going to get what. Oh, they know who's going to win this football game. Oh, they know who's going to win this boxing match. They know who's going to win this basketball game. They're scripting them. As we all are all sitting down thinking that it's just all random. Get your bets in, family. Get your bets in. It's all scripted. At this point, as my mother would always say, we're ready for the curtains to open up. We want to see all the actors. As we were speaking about crisis actors, when there's a traumatic thing going on and everyone's just, oh, we're lighting candles and now we're all setting teddy bears out at the corner with flowers. They know exactly what they're scripting for you to do. Because if we naturally was all connected and did what we needed to do, we would take this back over. Their matrix is peeling. It's breaking apart, and they're trying their hardest to try to keep things under control by controlling you with whatever they can. Imagine if there was no TV. How would you all have known? How would you all have been distracted? They know exactly what tool they're using. As you all think TVs is such a great thing to have in a home, they're using that as a tool to distract you. We should already know that. Television. We're not that stupid. It's 2022, family. We're quite wise. Anything we see on that television, if it's not about history and looking at history and trying to depict what history they're trying to teach us and that we've learned throughout the years, family is all for entertainment. Yes. The Oscars, yes. Your boxing, yes. Your football. It's all for entertainment because it's all scripted. Once you realize everything has been scripted and they're using it to pull on your strings, that should pull you away from the matrix. At a drop of a dime, all of our people were talking about the same thing. Do you not think that is witchcraft? They showed us how this witchcraft worked with the Twin Towers falling. When at the same very time they had Bush reading a book and having the children saying certain words that correlated with the towers falling. So when you have things correlated and you have things all at one time, it's going to make something. We know, let 2 or 3 be gathered talking about God. Surely God is manifested. It doesn't take a whole host. It doesn't take a whole building full of people. So we know if more than one person is talking on something, it manifests. That's why we say, pray with me. Hey, can you pray for me? I'm praying. I'm needing this in my life. Can you pray for me? Because I know I'm praying on it and you praying on it. It's going to give a better chance of it manifesting. We know this, correct? So here we are as a whole community of people speaking on one thing. It is so hard to get people to speak on one thing at a time. That is a magic trick. That is witchcraft. But yet people want to say other stuff is witchcraft, or going out in the yard and getting some dirt in your hands and praying into it. That's witchcraft. We have to understand the distractions, the witchcraft that they're doing on you all. They all have you going one way all at the same time. And when they're ready to move you to the next angle, boom, they will move you there and you will be there.
Definitely true. A lot of major points as you spoke on entertainment. So here we are, family. For those who are just tuning in, we covered the opinions of the public and both Team Will, Team Chris Rock. Then we went into distractions, conspiracy theories. Okay, and then we started to name what those distractions may be as we start to speak on things that they could be distracting us from, as well as entertainment. Why is entertainment being brought up? Why? History lesson. Who's ready for another history lesson? Because we're not just going to talk stuff to sound nice. That's what they get paid to do. The entertainers, those are on contracts. Those endorsed, sponsored.
I didn't sign no contract.
Family, if y'all ever take a trip to come up here, we'll show y'all all the contracts we have not signed. why we love y'all so much, and why our prices are what they are. Thank y'all, family. Y'all are HOK. We have not signed no contracts. They be tempting sometimes. They be tempting.
They are something, family.
But then we come back to our body and be like, what Egun was there thinking that was the right way to go. But thank you, Baba.
Behind me, Satan.
Thank you, Baba, for that breakdown history lesson. Because we're speaking on entertainment and how is that being brought up with distraction? And what that got to do with our people? And what that got to do with the Bible? Then you got said something about Obama and Trump. We just all over the place, baby. Keep up. They got the capital boss of bosses. Here we are, the scholars of scholars. So, for those who went to school and then skipped every class, y'all remember there was a time where we get to the textbooks and all they want to talk about was niggas and slaves.
Ooh, I hated that subject.
We ain't skip school them days. We wanted to know who hung who. Who married Chicken George?
You said a Willie? Okay, anyone I meet named Willie.
I ain't skipping class today. It's Black History Month. In them textbooks that was talking about niggas and slaves, they spoke of these so-called masters. You know, them fuckers ain't no masters today. They call the police so goddamn quick. There is nothing like their ancestors. Lord have mercy.
They ain't about that life.
There is not.
They is not about that life.
This lifetime, they can't afford a slave, discipline a slave, don't know what to do with one. But back then, they had these so-called masters that was dealing with these niggas and these slaves. And what they would do was, is they had their own entertainment. Y'all just thought they was just yelling at them niggas and slaves all day and night, and then fucking them niggas and slaves and all day and night, and that's it. No, these motherfuckers had they saloons, they had they fight houses, they had they breed houses, they had they whore houses, they had they smoke houses, they had they moonshine houses. Okay. And in these houses, they will all invest and give the best treatment, the best food, the best lifestyle to their biggest buck. And then they will go to each other's ranches. Oh, I'm sorry, let them say plantations. They'll get offended by the ranches that the natives always had. They would go to each other's ranches, aka plantations. And they will all bet on these fine specimens of what they call niggas and slaves to fight each other to death. Did y'all hear that? We know some of y'all skipped class or went to sleep. They fought to the death. Okay, that's what they was fattened up for, like they fattened up the pig. Okay, and they gave them the best outcome. Some of these men were taken to go fuck. Excuse my language. It was in the textbooks. They probably didn't say the F word. They used bread. Buck breaking. Y'all know where the word motherfucker came from. Y'all should by now if you call yourself conscious woke. We know the Hotep brothers ain't slipping that bad. We know they done did that lesson already on where motherfuckers came from. So we think that started there. No. History lesson. Let's go back. You have the Romans. You have the Europeans that will pay for certain shows within the Colosseums.
Gladiators.
The gladiators, the Spartans. Watching them fight gods, fight like gods, fuck like gods. This is nothing new. We always have, okay, let's take it back to Cleopatra and them. You can take it back to any royal days. Any time period, there has always been entertainment. And there's always been a master and there's always been a puppet. There's always been a head. There's always been a servant. So when it comes to Hollywood, family, within the United States, not the world, within the United States of America, who gets paid the most? Yeah, because y'all think this history lesson is just to waste air.
I want to say
waste people time.
I want to say teachers. teachers get paid the most?
In the 300s and the 500s, baby. This 2022.
Oh, my bad. Let me collect myself. My bad.
Ancient.
Don't
priest.
tell me something backwards like entertainers get paid. The jesters?
The jesters.
Jesters get paid more
But remember,
than the scholars?
remember our past lifetimes where you actually had to be a teacher, a healer, a doctor,
No way. Jesters is making more money than
a
that.
carpenter, a builder,
That
a hunter.
is a joke and a half, y'all.
The jesters. No lie.
Wow.
No lie.
The little clown one thing that be
yes,
having the things
the
on
ones
their
that
head,
make you laugh, cry.
and you throw a pie in their face?
Yeah.
Them?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They're making more. That is a distraction out of this world.
They're making the most, actually. Family, y'all hear what happened?
Wow.
Who makes the most money in the United States of America, not the world? What field? Is it the doctors? Is it the lawyers? Is it teachers? Is it construction workers? Is it business owners? Is it sugar babies? Who makes the most money in the United States? Because everybody can agree it's distractions. Distractions from what?
That means they're paying a lot of money for distraction.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Marketing.
That is a great investment on their behalf to keep the people who control this world distracted with entertainment.
Yes.
Because let's keep it real. We as royals, we love to be entertained.
Absolutely.
We have worked so hard.
We pay for television.
We enjoy the entertainment. But who would have thought they would have used that as a weapon?
Against us.
Wow.
They got tired of being entertainment for so long. They really did. That was their first position after being a slave. Indentured servant. They like to censor so many of our lives. Lord, we just be speaking the truth.
Oh my goodness, I can see it now. They said that they was gonna get back at us, y'all, because we have used them for jesters for so long. These weird looking people, we have used them for jesters and jokes, and now they finally got a chance to now make a joke out of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
Absolutely. So these entertainers, because no one wants to answer, we're still waiting on family to respond. It's at least 5 of family to respond. And with your research or opinion or point of view or knowledge, who makes the most money in the United States of America? Because with our research point of view knowledge, come to find out that no matter how many years you don't, knock for those keep going back to school. Getting degrees after degrees after degrees because you're trying to keep up with the younger generation in the dating field only.
Are you trying to make money? That ain't what you need to do.
Okay. Obviously, because they done told your ass if you ain't playing basketball, football, stripping, shaking that ass, hell, cooking now on TV. Y'all think, okay, what happened during COVID? That was like 2 years because they done shut that shit down for all you people that done got vaccines. The unvaccinated tried to help y'all out. Y'all always say crabs in the bucket. Yeah. Not this time. We let y'all asses go. Don't up there. Probably.
Told y'all don't do it.
Y'all could have waited a little bit longer. Y'all didn't know they had 18,001 distractions lined up waiting after they got the exact number of vaccinations that they needed. Ooh, Lord, we ain't trying to get censored. So these entertainers, guess what they was doing? Still making movies, still filming, football games still going on, basketball games still going on. Hell, they were still having the fucking Olympics. We were still talking about motherfuckers getting fined, and we mad because someone getting kicked out the Olympics while our black asses got to wear a mask and our children got to stay home. So regardless of what the rest of the world had going on, entertainers were still paid and called to work. Football players had to still go catch a ball. They still. No matter how many people they done reported them died, no matter how many new strains done came out. Did anybody see the football players with a mask up under their helmet? Better yet, how many football players announced they had to take the vaccine to play football? Y'all don't want to talk about that. Why? Because Corona's over. They ain't talking about Corona no more. So why is we supposed to be talking about Will Smith
They're
and
talking
Chris
about
Rock?
the smack that
We
rocked the
supposed to be talking
world.
about the smack.
The smack that rocked the world, family.
The smack that shocked the world. Excuse me, the amount of injections they was able to get from our people after we already learned about the syphilis spirit men in they fucking schools. They already came out and gave us that confession, and they still gave it another round. I said
You mean
it.
some of us still fell for it?
I said it, baby. I said our
Wow.
people have been in this domestic violence relationship, this domestic abuse of a relationship for the last 300 years. Our people just can't get enough. They need these honkies crackers that they talk so bad about, the Yimbos.
Interesting.
They need them. They need them. They need them for the children to go to school because they can't afford daycare.
So let me get this correct. Coming back to 2022, as we are almost done with this year, I think we're halfway done with this year. It's already, I believe, April. Oh, I did a lot of traveling. So let me come back to myself because right now we're dealing with the jesters being paid the most.
Yes, Baba, I know.
And the rulers of the world is actually struggling to
Still in
put gas in their car. They're still in servitude. Got it. And they're still being able to do tricks on us, like tell us that the shots and medicines and injections going to heal us when indeed their magic is hurting us. And we're still falling for this.
Well, because it's said on the news. That's why.
Ah.
News means that these things come from real people, verified doctors. If the news said it, our people have to go with it.
I thought there was nothing new under the sun. What is this new that you speak of?
The people have not read. They don't read the books that's been written and read before news came out. They rely on the social media. They rely on the shade room, the TMZ, the media takeout, the TikToker, the Instagrammer. We had to slide up on through that. We told our ancestors, elders, hey, we know y'all can't believe we going public with our gifts and they may find us, Lord protect us, but we got to squeeze up on through here because of what else they putting out on these devices. We pray that they could come across the HOK one day.
I know as a child, my mother would sometimes do an airplane thing or a rocket ship or something, and then somehow she would take a tooth out or she would take a Band-Aid off, and or she would give me medicine or something, and I didn't notice it. I was just so distracted by the rocket ship that I never saw in her hand. I thought she had a rocket ship, but it wasn't there. It was imaginary, I guess. But yeah, I'm not too sure. We're still falling for stuff as if we're children. Are we still children-minded where we're just following what our masters, the ones over us, are saying? Are people still over us? Wow. This is amazing. We have actually done over 400 years of captivity, and we still allow people to be over us, controlling us and what we think and what we want and what we need. Interesting view. Family, we have 14 minutes left on the clock until the sale for free shipping OMITOLA baths is over, and also booking your live reading while spirit is down. Family, we've allowed a lot to go on right before our eyes, and we are still allowing it. And it's not like we can't see it. It's not like it's so masked that we cannot see it. We literally was just a people walking around with masks on, giving ourselves brain damage knowingly. It was so much research and study that you as a child could just realize this is not healthy. I can't breathe. I gotta put it down to breathe. How is this healthy? But yet we did it, and we didn't question it. We were told something was in the air.
But not for the football players.
Yeah, I've been walking around with the same air. Kosi. Okay, family. We're obviously gonna have to do some more awakening, as we all had a trend. I know we thought that was a quick trend that happened already that we just had an awakening. Family, some of y'all didn't awaken yet.
Yes. Some people had an EFI awakening and called it a spiritual awakening.
Some of y'all woke up to Google. Google woke a lot of you all up. You all did not wake up. That is called a dream within a dream. Did you all watch Inception? You all are having dreams within dreams within dreams. A lot of you all are not understanding. Y'all are not awake yet. Not until you see the big picture. Because you're so quick to fall back into the slumber, you was never awake. You were still dreaming, and now you fell back into another dream. You're gonna have to get yourself out of a few dreams to actually see the reality. Perhaps you all didn't understand Matrix when you watched it. When they did wake up, it didn't look so nice. It didn't look so clean. It didn't look like it make you look like you want to go back to sleep and continue eating their steak because they told you it tastes good. And you know it's just your mind telling you it's these things and it's not real. But I'd rather this than what's really going on. A lot of you all don't want to be awake, and be honest with yourselves and be honest with everyone else who actually do want to be awake and not scared or frantic to see the truth. A lot of you all enjoy the entertainment because let's face it, the entertainment is nowhere near as bad as what's really going on. Because if you really knew what was going on, you'd be scared to go to sleep. To know that your enemies got that much advancement that they can go into your dreams.
Okay, okay.
Oh, we don't talk about those things no more. That's
like
conspiracy talk
like
now.
the second son.
Oh.
Or the fake son, excuse me.
We allow too many distractions, family. We allow too many distractions, and when we know that there's distractions and we still fall into it, that's our fault. It's our fault at the end of the day, family, for us not to do our research and study around what they're showing us. We should be that wise enough to know when they bring something out to the forefront to look around it. Don't even look or talk about what they're bringing to us. I say Alafia, family. That's Coco. Oh, Alafia, Coco. Brother Coco. Marshall Gordon. Oh, no, I thought that was Coco. I thought I said Coco. I said, oh. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, Marshall. I thought you was family. You're not family.
With the Gordon. We Gordon's are deep in our family.
Mm-hmm. I say, you talking about she cute. She might be your family. Cut it out.
Watch out now. I have Gordons in my family. Oh, sure. Right.
Family, we're allowing too many distractions, much like that one right there.
Right.
Too many distractions where we're calling these distractions entertainment. And because we know that we have royal blood, we enjoy the entertainment. But we're not understanding when it's time to be entertained and when it's time to be on the battlefield. A lot of you all don't want to be on the battlefield, so you all just rather be entertained. Y'all are in the way. Can you imagine children on the battlefield? Can you imagine children on the battlefield? And you're trying to fight your enemies. That's what a lot of you all adults are looking like. Y'all are in the way because y'all want to talk about certain nonsense that has nothing to do with what's really going on.
So true. That is the most dangerous thing, to be distracted by entertainment on the battlefield. Oh, excuse us. Some of you all only got spiritual warfare when somebody done took your man or pissed you off, or you can't stand that person of work, or baby daddy not acting right. That's when you have spiritual warfare. It ain't got nothing to do with the rest of the world. It's all about you and what's hurting your feelings and your emotions. Okay. You can care less about the distractions. That's not witchcraft. Witchcraft is that man standing up for himself and not wanting to be with you anymore. Oh, how can a person have boundaries? How can a person ever just, grow apart? Gotta be witchcraft. That's why we're not together. It's not everything else that happened. But these amount of murders that get to be released on social media, that's not witchcraft. The distractions. We can no longer be lazy and start to call distractions entertainment. What we're going to have to do is work for our sustainable life so we can work and afford our own entertainment that would not cost the price of a sacrifice. We're going to have to be strategic and wise of what sacrifices. I love the art of war. I love what you've been pouring into me lately with the art of war. South Zoo, because they spoke of one of the most strategic ways of art of war is what's the most damage you could do with the least resources. Only time we can think of that is when it's time to nigger rig, when it's time to survive. How come we don't think of that when it comes to war? Spiritual warfare at that. So when it comes to the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock on national TV at the Oscars, do know that it affected our community mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Okay? Mentally, it lets us know that we accept trauma and abuse under certain circumstances. Because the same people saying, oh, they should have slapped harder, they should have did more, my partner would have did more, are the same people that would speak against domestic violence, domestic abuse. Now, family, we're wise ones. Does domestic violence mean a man hitting a woman or a woman hitting a man? Is that domestic violence? Because some of y'all think that is. Some of y'all think domestic violence is because a man hit a woman or a woman hit a man and they was dating. Been in the streets too long. That is not domestic violence. Domestic violence is any violence that is done within the domestic dwelling. It's not in a public. Okay? Family, we're not supposed to be supporting violence anyway, right? Isn't that why we want the rappers to stop rapping about what they get paid to rap about? Isn't that why we talk shit about these reality TV shows after we done got our entertainment from watching them because of the violence? So under no circumstances should our people mentally find reasons to accept violence. We're supposed to be warriors and protectors. When people speak of protecting, are we now telling people to protect what people say out of their mouth? So now we should just be violent when it comes to what people are saying. We need to listen to our own commands on the battlefield. We are at war. If y'all did not know, once the motherfuckers realized we woke up, they done clicked on every machine they had waiting. They done clicked on the fake food machine, fake clouds machine, fake weather machine, just fake 5G machine. They done clicked up everything. They're at war with us, the ones that's naturally dreaming, naturally seeing spirits walk in and out of places, seeing figures, hearing messages from grandma and them. That's who their weapons are for. And in the midst of it, they still got to power they big generation, the generator that are powering their machines for the matrix. They're still making money off of our people, paying to watch our people be puppets. As much as our people make in the entertainment industry, we could have had our own country, our own nation, our own economy. Land does not cost that much. The way Jeff Epstein was buying islands
to do what he want on them.
It has something to do with children. That's why he was able to do what he wanted. But let black people want to come together as a coalition, as a utopia, as an Atlantis. They really want to enjoy more out of this turtle's back than they're supposed to. And that's the frustrating thing from the scholars. Because our people still think it's a racism thing. This is a blood right thing, as royalty has always been. Those who thought royalty came to those who can afford it. You think a born king, a born princess, a born queen had money at that time to pay for that title coming through that vagina? That was a birthright. That was a birth title. But when it comes to royals, we are at war with our birthright, family. We're still signing birth certificates. We're still signing up on the social security cards. They talk so much shit about those people over there dealing with the Holocaust. I ain't stupid. I done read Anne's book, and all the motherfuckers are what they said. This sounds like the same shit we going through over here. Identification. Listen, if y'all don't get it, what happened to them Mexican children that was all captured when their parents was caught crossing the border? Excuse me. What has happened to all those children through the American-Iraqi war? The American-Iran war? Because they let us know how many people they was killing. They told us how many soldiers, how many ISIS members. Where were the children? Excuse me. Where was any of the children? Excuse me. What was they doing with the children during the Native and Indian and American wars? At the end of the day, for those who have been keeping up with their Bible and know what's going on, Lilith and them the demons chained are being ready to be released. And these motherfuckers are paying as many sacrifices as they can, thinking they're going to have some type of legion in this war. And think they're going to have some type of inheritance to this land. Y'all don't understand. They have still been fighting for this land. That's the whole purpose of them investing in entertainment on this land. So they could distract from all this bullshit legalness that they're still trying to get assistance with.
I share family, we just hit 12 o'clock Eastern time, cutoff time for the free shipping for OMITOLA Baths is over. Also for booking your live readings. I share a dupe, and yes, family, we have to understand. We have to understand the bigger agenda. We have to understand exactly what they've been doing. We have to understand exactly the enemy's plans. For those who do not play chess, please play chess. Practice playing chess. It's not just a game. It's a way that you're going to have to walk on this battlefield. You are all generals. You're not soldiers. You are not on the front line. You are not here to be sacrificed. You're going to learn how to be strategic on this battlefield, especially if your enemies know how to be strategic and know how to hit and never be seen. Your enemies have been hitting you and not been seen. All we can say is the man. Them. Just like shadow people. We know exactly what our enemies are doing to us. We just have no idea how to get to our enemies.
Them became our own handlers.
We're going to have to understand exactly the agenda of the enemies. Please do not be so distracted. Please understand when they start speaking of the embarrassment of our people that they're making us do, because that is scripted, because they need us to look at something while they're doing something else over there, because we too smart of a people. We, as the rulers of this land, the true rulers of the land, get a hold of what they're doing while they're doing it. We'll stop them. But if we're distracted, that allows them more time to do whatever they need to. They know what time it is. They know that we're awakening. No one around this world is awakening as fast as our people are awakening to the truth. They blinded the world, but the importance is that we wake up so that we get this world back in order. And the more that we are entertained by the high-paid, high-priced, entertaining jesters, we look like the fools. We look like the jesters. We are putting jesters on higher pedestals than us.
Yeah, that's so true.
We look quite foolish, and they're doing it all around the time that you're supposed to be celebrating the new fruits that's coming into the land,
Yes.
the new harvest that's coming into the land. April Fool's Day to you all.
Our people celebrating jesters.
Now we're celebrating the jesters. Now we're celebrating embarrassment.
Humiliation.
How do we celebrate it? By speaking about it. It's in everyone's mouth. It's on everyone's mind. That's how you celebrate something. It doesn't have anything to do with balloons or decorations. Celebrating is showing a type of honor. We're showing honor to embarrassment. Nothing great we have done coming into this year yet that can be shown in the public's eye. That's what we're showing to the world, or at least that's what they're having being shown to the world. Because who runs the cameras? The enemies.
And it's sickening. It's sickening how far they would go to humiliate the straight man and exalt and put on a pedestal the gay or transsexual man. I know the end is coming, not because I'm a Christian, but because I read the Bible and seen what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's the difference. Christians don't understand what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah because Christians has pacified the Sodom and Gomorrah behavior. So this every time a straight man gets any type of honor, peace, status, respect, wealth, generational wealth. Oh, let a straight man get generational wealth. Let a straight melanated man get generational wealth. They are ready to sacrifice him like the pure lamb they want him to be. And as a melanated woman, I'm so sick and tired of our straight men's character being sacrificed on behalf of the sons, on behalf of the kings, on behalf of the princes. We are raising, we are birthing. It's a sickening act for all those witches out there that wants to jar the neighbors and the girl down the street. My God, y'all become friends with all these gay men, and y'all allow the straight men to be humiliated, to be embarrassed, to be emasculated. Y'all support the man when he's in his feminine, when he's serving his Lilith. But his Adam and his Eve gets no respect because Christians done came through. Listen. Just like Christians done got the boot, everything else they done let in needs to get the boot. Christians, them Roman Crusaders brought in that pedophilia shit. That's what that cross meant. That little T, that little line and that big line, that was the smallest child penis, and the big penis, which symbolized the purest form of love to them. Okay, to the Romans. As they was taught to have sex with each other until they chose a wife. But you can see many other races partake in that bull crap on the football team, on the soccer team, on the lacrosse team. So they've allowed a lot to go on this land that is disrespect to our ancestors, blood, flesh, and bone. And the level that our people have tolerated, allowed, funded, supported. For those who don't understand, to be a royal, to call yourself a royal, but you put entertainers, jesters on a pedestal above you, public figures, Instagram models, social media stars, people who got the most following, entertainers have become the target goal lifestyle that our people now want to achieve. That is sad for the natural born healers, teachers, doctors, protectors, warriors, builders, engineers. They're at war. They've been at war. And their war has never been all these other countries that they set foot on to bully. It's always been where they choose to hold base at. This land they're trying to continue to secure. That's why they will never leave this land. They will send troops to other lands, but they will never leave. Has anyone ever questioned what the District of Columbia is? Uh-huh. Why do we have a District of Columbia in the United States of America? Has for the etymologists, for the linguists, and those who study diction. Has anyone ever studied what "of" means? United States of America. That means the United States is not America. Did anyone ever realize they would say Washington, D.C., but not question that Washington, D.C. is not a state of the United States, but it's still over here in the North Americans? No one has anyone realized what's going on. That means they are still fighting for that territory in the District of Columbia. It's not a state. For those who did not understand when we spoke earlier, that they have not ended the war of the American Indian War.
But the federal government doesn't run anything around here. All right.
So they're still fighting for that District of Columbia, which is where they have Capitol Hill, the White House. Many of your politicians are in the District of Columbia. Why don't they have the political office, the Capitol Hill, the Senate, and the Congress? Why wouldn't they have them in the actual state of the United States of America? Why would those places only be in a district of Columbia? Has anyone ever done research on district? Does anyone even know where that is? Where is the District of Columbia? Where is Washington, D.C.? Anyone know the DMV? Anyone heard of the DMV? The Virginia, Maryland, I believe the D was for, I'm not sure, was it Detroit, Michigan?
Oh, I'm not sure. I gotta research that.
It's another area, majorly in the Maryland, Virginia area. That's pretty big, family. That's huge because when it comes to the history of the United States, Virginia and Maryland was their starting point. When they first came over here as pilgrims, that's where they first got their start. Okay? In Maryland, as the Boston Tea Party, okay, as well as Virginia. You got Jamestown, Portsmouth, all these places. That's where the District of Columbia is, family. Their political office is in a place that's in the midst of those areas that has not been claimed as U.S. territory. That's a big deal. That means after all these wars, after all this time, and setting up all these colonies, keyword colonies, that have turned into states over time, their headquarters, they have still not received. Where they first landed, they have still not been able to say is theirs. Okay? To this day, their District of Columbia is still a district. They were not able to set up their political office, they White House, they Capitol Hill, anywhere else within their 13 colonies or Midwest or West Coast. That is important, family. Baba just announced the Queen of England died. No one asked when. These are big deals. This has something to do with our land or who think they're going to come over here and run it next. Because Babylon has fallen, which they said what the daughter of Babylon has fallen, which they said was going to happen. The queen, she was the daughter They had no sons. Mr. Charles and them over there, he had no sons. She was a queen that held that as long as she could. Family, that has a lot to do with District of Columbia. That has a lot to do with them even having any type of political system and why they needed the rightful owners of this land to be in the house with a mask on for 2 years. All of that has something to do with why they still need to distract you now.
Mm-hmm. No secret, as soon as Queen Elizabeth died, we're in war. No secret. Now, once again, the distractions, that's what everyone's talking about. That's what we're putting forth energy to. And thank you for everyone who's been speaking back and forth.
Thank you, family.
Ashe Adupwe. How does family feel about tonight's live?
Yes, family. How y'all doing out there? I enjoyed this.
I
Live.
say,
Baby. I say.
Ashe Adupwe.
Thank you so much, family.
Ashe. Yeah, for family who are just now tuning in, definitely, because we were speaking, spoke on Chris Rock and Will. Is that not what our community is talking about right now? So definitely, we spoke about it, and we surely allowed Spirit to speak on it. And boy, did Spirit not get down up on that topic.
Yes.
So prayerfully, everyone has a different point of view now.
Family, we enjoyed this so much.
I say, cannot wait for the next live, family.
Yes, prayerfully, family will be able to go live on Friday. Family, do know that we're going to let you all know first. For those who's tuning in, Thursday, tomorrow, we have happy hour between 2 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes, family, we are on the Eastern time zone. Okay, we have happy hour. That means half off all readings, half off all products in the House of Konfirmations. Okay, 50% off tomorrow on Thursday from 2 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, family. Also, Baba is having a nice sale for the race speed. I've been holding it. I've been
I
trying to.
know.
I'm gonna let you
Family, ancestral waste beads in honor of 23 years of being initiated as an ancestral priest family. For those who love being juju wasted and love to be, down with the HOK, waste beads, ancestral waste beads. For those who want to walk with their ancestors, definitely get your ancestral waste beads for half off. I believe I said I was gonna do. Is that what Spirit said?
I'm gonna be saying they were $40. I'm just saying.
Okay, so which one is it? I don't remember what Spirit came down. Are they 50?
Yes.
Okay, they're normally 100, right?
Yes.
I say. So I believe that they are half off family in honor of 23 years. Also, Egungun baths, ancestral baths, they will also be half off family. And I believe this sale, I'm going to run this sale all the way up until the end of May.
Wow.
I think I'm going to go ahead and run this. And I say the end of May, family, because that is when I was initiated. That was the time frame that me and my brother was initiated into the ancestral priesthood. I say, I do pray.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Family, y'all don't understand. That is a big deal. Okay? Big deal. That is a beautiful song. Thank you so much.
Ashe. So we're looking out for that flyer floating out soon, family. Ashe, I do pray.
Yes, family, we've really enjoyed tonight. Thank you for all those who tuned in, who may have not been able to watch all of it or came in the beginning. Family, we pray that you all get to watch all of this live as well as check back in with the rest of our lives. We've been going live for 3 years now. That's a lot of information to binge watch on.
I say also, as Marcus has mentioned, tomorrow, family class 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
For those godchildren, we'll see you there. For those who are not godchildren of the house, the minimum donation to come into this class is $21. And family is lining up for those who already took the class Tuesday. They are already reserving their seats for Thursday.
Yes.
So family, make sure that you get you a seat. Make sure that you got your notes. And make sure you got your pen and your paper and you are ready. Ashe?
Definitely. I'm so ready for tomorrow's class, family. Please don't miss out on the Intro to Biblical Studies Encore class.
Ashe. Family.
Family.
We love you.
And
And
we thank you.
And until next time,
Oh,
down.